Well, welcome to this week's Entertainment Answer. I'm Matt Mungle. Great being with you again this week. Again, I hope you guys are doing well, staying inside, getting out only when you have to so we can beat this thing once and for all, and I know we will do it. Well, again, it's Tuesday. If you don't know, I'm not sure when you're watching this, but I'm recording it on Tuesday, which means there's a lot coming out digitally on Blu-ray, DVD. We're going to talk a lot about this week. Going to hear from some people involved in the movies. We're going to hear from Greta Gerwig, Robert Downey Jr., and those people from Trolls as we get ready for their TV premiere this Friday. Well, let's start with Doolittle. This is the movie hitting Blu-ray, DVD on demand today. Stars Robert Downey Jr. Everybody's familiar with Dr. Dolittle, the guy that talks to animals, and they actually talk back. I guess we're all have a little Doolittle in us. This one does star Robert Downey Jr., who said this about getting into the character.
In the beginning of the movie, when we find Doolittle, he's in recluse mode. So I wanted to think about the character that I'm creating is someone who has become a hermit and isolated himself, probably due to some trauma or emotional or disappointment or whatever. And his reasoning is that he's taken it upon himself to help the animals only, but really it's that thing of where he's given up on humanity. And he has secreted himself to this estate that was gifted him by the Queen.
That's Robert Downey Jr. talking about Doolittle, which is on Blu-ray, DVD, and on demand this week. So again, another great option as your family is inside doing things together. Another Blu-ray hitting virtual shelves this week is Little Women. It's the remake that Greta Gerwig, she wrote the screenplay, directed it, all-star cast, came out end of last year, got some good nods, should have got more nominations in my opinion, but I think it did pretty well, and it is now available for you to watch at home.
And they've got ambition, and they've got talent, as well as just beauty, and I'm so sick of people saying that love is just all a woman is fit for. I'm so sick of it. But I'm so lonely.
The screenplay writer and director Greta Gerwig had this to say about adapting this famous novel.
When I reread the book when I was an adult, when I was 30, when I came back to the text, I was shocked by how much of it was so incredibly modern and felt like it could have been written yesterday and was just flying off the page. It felt like it was all written in neon. And I think particularly something that was arresting to me was the portion of the book when they're adults. And originally the book was published in two parts. There's the first book, which is 1861 to 1862, which is, roughly Christmas to Christmas. And what we think of when we think of Little Women, it's like girlhood. And then there's the second half of the book, which is several years later, and they're young adults, and they're navigating the world and figuring out how they're going to be sisters, but also artists and mothers and workers and friends and wives, and how they're going to get along in the world. And for me, I was so fascinated by that section of the book because I felt that I'd almost missed it when I was young. It wasn't the thing that lived in my collective memory, and I think didn't live in anybody else's collective memory. So what I wanted to do was start the film I was making grounded in adulthood so that I could squarely center on this question of authorship, and particularly Jo March / Louisa May Alcott's authorship, and start with her trying to sell a story, and then go back and be able to create this tension when we see childhood is of that kind of idea of is that what happened, or is that what you remember, or is that what happened, or is that how you wrote it down? And I think that that's something I'm always interested in as a writer myself, as an artist myself, is taking the stuff of reality and then creating something else out of it. And the non-linear narrative allowed me to do that.
We are certainly fans of Greta around here and look forward to anything that she does. And you can view Little Women now on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital wherever you are. Well, I had a chance to watch Onward. This thing released last weekend on Disney+. Another reason to subscribe to Disney+ if you're not already a subscriber. Tons of content on there going way back to the early days of Disney, on through all of the Pixar films, all of the Marvel films, of course the Star Wars universe. All of that is on Disney+. If you needed another reason to subscribe to Disney+, Onward would be one of those. I'm not a fan of kids' movies or animated films. This one was very unique. I loved the story, the brotherly bond that took place in this one, the magical elements that permeate this one as well. So I was really surprised how much I enjoyed Onward, and it is on Disney Plus now. And this is what the voice actors Tom Holland and Chris Pratt had to say about it.
All right. Listen, it's time to tell you all about Pixar's new movie, Onward.
Okay, so it's about a family.
It's about a quest.
It's also about these two brothers.
Right, two brothers.
It takes place in a world that's a lot like ours.
But with unicorns, elves, trolls, and feisty sprites.
Answer me when I'm talking to you.
The brothers tried to use a magic spell to bring back their dad for just one day.
But there's a catch.
There's always a catch.
They kind of messed up the spell.
I definitely remember Dad having a top part.
Yeah, that didn't go quite as planned.
Now they're on a quest to fix the spell, bring back Dad, and save the day.
It's pretty simple, right? I forgot to tell them about the cars! Well, you'll see.
Oh, no.
Also, those unicorns.
Shoo! Get out of here! They're real jerks, man.
Well, finally, let's talk about Trolls. It has its television premiere this Friday. Of course, it was going to be big in theaters, but nobody's going to the theater except for the little theater you have at home. So we're really excited that Trolls is going to be able to be watched this weekend at home wherever you are. It stars Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake. There's so much in this film to take, whether you're an adult, whether you're a kid, no matter what your age. There's something in this for adults through the music, and audiences are going to take away some really cool stuff. Here's Anna to tell you about it.
Well, I will say that for adults, I'm just very grateful that they think that the movie and the music is like good enough, they like it enough that they can watch it with their kids over and over and over and not get mad at me and Justin. So very grateful to you, Justin, for making the music good. Because that was something that he said when we were working on the first one. He was like, you know, I just want to make sure that parents are happy to listen to this music.
Justin Timberlake does do a lot of the music for the film, and here talks about the journey that his character and Anna's character, Poppy, take on this new one.
Branch and Poppy's relationship has changed a little bit. It took the whole first movie to sort of bring Branch out of his shell and help him to discover his true colors, and now I think he's exploring some feelings with Poppy that he's never really felt before, and trying to find a way to tell her.
Again, that's Trolls making its TV premiere this weekend. So again, appreciate you guys staying with us this week, hanging out, doing what you can to beat this virus as we all get through this together. Stay safe, take care of one another, and we'll see you next week.